Welcome back to Professor Layton in the Curious Village. Our story so far.
We looked at stuff.
The Professor and Luke continue their investigation around the St. Mysterin for the Golden Apple.
Let me guess, the golden apple was eaten by someone.
Some conversations with the Baron's associates lead the pair to the grave of the Baron's former wife. In addition, the two recover a part of Baron Reinhold's personal diary.
And his voice echoed, saying, "Hands off me diary, you prat."
Regardless of this, Luke and Layton are no closer to understanding just what the Golden Apple is.
It's New York
Everyone's
painted
so
gold.
aggressive in this game.
The menacing tower at the edge rises to Professor's suspicions. Eager to investigate further, Luke and Layton head towards it. There's also something else that happened as soon as we got here, but I think we all remember, so I don't think I need to recap. So now that basically that girl left us a ticket for the park that's on the left side of the village. So let's try to get into the park.
Yep.
Visit the park.
I'm sure it'll be boring.
Well, it's an empty, deserted park. That's not a. Oh look, he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh cool, and with that day laughing at him.
Oh, this time I've really had it.
Don't listen to him, he just has had a lonely night.
I thought this great puzzle, but I couldn't find anyone to tell it to.
Why don't you do it to your ex, me?
Oh, shut up, you twat.
What? I
All
thought
right.
you called me the B word.
You
Puzzle
twat
76.
bastard, then.
I wonder what level 5 would think of Dwibs' interesting take on their characters.
They'd hire
Honestly,
him.
honestly, I think they would love it. That's exactly the kind of character they're going for. So.
Exactly.
Read what I'm making Layton an absolute prick.
Well, look.
True. That they wouldn't like. They probably
Well, they wouldn't like that, but they probably
They
like.
probably like.
But they probably
They-
would.
they-
Okay, let me put it like this: they probably would love what you and me are doing with this anger guy in a day, but they probably wouldn't like what we're doing with Layton. I guess. Well, what you're doing with Layton.
Britain's,
But that's
well,
only just
not
because, you know.
Layton's supposed to be charming.
It's a perfect.
Anyway,
He's as the Japanese script would say, because it's an interesting thing. In the English, in the British script, which is the one we're looking at, he just says "true gentleman." But in the original Japanese script by Akira Hino, he says "a true British gentleman."
Yes.
Yes, there are different types
Yes,
of
I am
gentlemen.
a true British gentleman.
I am
Now
the
fetch me a
very
beer,
model
Luke.
of a modern British gentleman.
Luke, go fetch me a beer.
Brilliant.
Yes, every true Brit needs to drink beer.
but Professor, all British gentlemen only drink tea.
Oh,
No,
but Luke,
all
that's
British gentlemen are allowed a tot of rum every now and then. Now fetch me a beer.
true. Pirates of the Caribbean has told us such.
All right,
Where's my beer, Luke?
we talked all over the puzzle, but there's no. Okay, basically, it's one of those puzzles where it seems like there's math involved, but there's an actual better way of figuring out. You're supposed to figure out the area of each of these areas, but you can figure out easily by he's the most expensive. When considering how many sides of each planet-sized square need to be fenced, you don't even need to count the length of fence in order to see that D will cost the most. So it's because it's the one that has the most. It has the most sides, so it's obviously going to be this one. But I would have to go back and redo the puzzle again to explain it more clearly. But trust me.
Oh, come on! I was all ready to tell you the answer and everything! But no! You had to go and ruin my answer before I said it was okay, didn't you?
Tee Oh,
Didn't
he's
you?
just in one of his old moods again.
Is it the strong possibility that you might be a real pain in the neck? Hey!
It's amazing how much this goes hand in hand with what he's actually saying.
Now piss off, you twat! Go on, go!
I can't move. My feet are rooted here.
Brave fencer Musashi.
This
Jova.
park is... What? Yes, I was just about to say that, and then you said Jova.
I have the fungus idea. Perhaps we should ask someone at the village hall.
Professor, why did you interrupt my line right there?
Because Luke, a gentleman must have all the spotlight.
Shut up, Luke.
Yeah, a true gentleman.
I'm guessing you saw that video where people asked Christopher Miller to say various things.
I think I only saw the bit where he said, "Shut up, Luke."
Yeah. He also had one where he says, "I'm here to kick ass and drink cups of tea, and I'm all out
That's
of
my
tea."
favorite line.
Now, if only that could be canon. Well, at some point. I guess if they were going to make it canon, they'd probably have it take place before the prequel trilogy.
No, that's impossible. We've employed a caretaker who should have everything up and running.
Be that as it may, the gate is locked shut, and we can't gain entrance to the place.
Yeah.
Would you please open it for us?
No.
Let me guess, we have to solve a
That
puzzle.
sort of thing is the job of the park caretaker. I strongly advise you to go find him.
Well, where do you think we might find this caretaker?
Up my ass. Now that's a good question, isn't it?
Apparently it is.
Managing the park is the caretaker's duty. But who knows who manages the caretaker?
Yeah, okay.
I can't say. It's not one of my duties. One of my duties is to play Game Boy games.
What bureaucracy? Look at my fancy
He manages
vocabulary.
the village sewer systems as well. Now, that's just some form you need to fill in. I strongly advise you to get out.
And
Wow.
considering the...
Of course he's rude.
Read my line
that's
there,
suck.
Luke.
The sewers, unpleasant as it might be, it is one place we haven't searched yet.
Hey, kid. Respect your elders, you bitch.
Screw off. Oh right, the one on the path to the park. Besides, a true gentleman would actually be polite.
We're not a gentleman. Now beat it.
Off we go.
Well, Luke isn't always polite. He's quite rude to Emmy.
Well, but
That was
Well,
sort
I
of
think-
I think that was a case of sort of rivalry.
that's at the beginning when the professor has both Annie and Luke. It's kind of a friendly rivalry, but it's kind of a sister brother relationship that they have. But we'll get to that when we get to the prequels.
It's always the sewers.
No.
I'm
I
an
love this guy.
explorer of El Mundo right now. I'm trying to familiarize myself with the local culture.
This is a recurring character throughout the original trilogy. He's an explorer that has a horrible sense of direction. And he's always lost, and he's always appearing in the most stupid places.
But of course.
He doesn't appear in the movie, does he? He's not the same...
No. The movie takes place during the prequel trilogy, so no. We haven't gotten to that yet. He could be. Which way did he go?
He went out the sewer.
way. Probably to the right.
Mate, you're not Indiana Jones.
Pedro, maybe I was to the left.
I see. Are you feeling alright? You seem a bit directionally challenged for an explorer.
Yeah, still better
That's the
better
polite
than Internet
thing,
Explorer.
yes.
I just arrived here after years of world travel. Je ne sais pas.
I see. In that case, please forgive me for making another assumption. Now please excuse us, as we need to get going.
Yes, please excuse us as we take care of our business in the sewer.
Oh, it's a shame Teo isn't here. Which way to the Villaggio?
Only
Donde?
gets at the train station.
I know what he's saying. That's
So,
Spanish.
Joe, but do you think Athena saying various European languages was inspired by this? Because it's a possibility, because Hino always sent every Professor Layton game to Takumi.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Wait,
Actually, no,
wait.
actually, no.
Wait, but
Yeah, actually,
Takumi
no,
wasn't
you're
the
right,
one who
you're
wrote
right.
Dual Destinies.
True,
To be getting any ideas, you can't cross it.
I just forgot, yeah. And this is another recurring character for the original trilogy too, Station Scarabin.
Into the rest of the world and sit down here.
How fitting, we meet a lot of the recurring
This is a tough
characters in the
transition
sewer.
to make. here's a puzzle to help get you started.
You might remember that he was the one who gave us the hint coin tutorial at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Alright, in preparation for your big move, you've packed your belongings into 20 boxes and arranged them as shown below. With everything packed, you are now ready to label each box with its contents. In order to do so, you'll need to move a few boxes around. How many of the boxes can't be labeled without rearranging the stacks?
Well, Gonna take a guess, guys?
Well, I've already solved it. I'm going to solve it
So it's up
eventually.
to me and Dwibs to try
So,
and
so,
guess.
so I'm kind of, you know, giving you guys a chance to... Okay, hint. Here's a hint. 14 boxes are visible in the illustration. You have to use what you can see to visualize where the hidden boxes are. You can clearly see all the boxes in the top 2 levels of the pile, so you only need to worry about the 2 layers of boxes closest to the ground. Other hint. The boxes are stacked upon each other, so any box not directly on the ground must have another box supporting it from below. Knowing this, you can infer that there are no fewer than 6 boxes in the layer that's second from the bottom, and no fewer than 9 boxes resting directly on the floor. Working from the ground up, you can deduce there are 9 boxes in the bottom layer, 6 boxes in the second layer, 4 boxes in the third layer, and then 1 box that rests on the entire stack. That gives you a total of 20 boxes, which is how many the puzzle says you have. With all boxes accounted for, all you need to do now is work out how many of these hidden boxes are completely surrounded by other boxes in all sides. So basically, the boxes that you cannot move are the ones who are right in the middle of the stack, which would be, hold on, 3 of them. It's a matter of it's a visual puzzle basically.
Critical thinking is the key.
I didn't get a chance to have a look at it properly, so...
Here it is. The game shows you. Right. Moving down from the top level, you have 1, 4, 6, and 9 boxes. The only boxes you can access without rearranging things are 3 indicated in above picture.
Touch.
Wait, I didn't get it.
It's saying touch.
Touch.
Oh, okay.
The game's telling you to get on with it.
Well done. I like the way you get all fired up over puzzles. You're my kind of man. So hurry up and get settled. Saint Mister is happy to have you.
I'll
You
bet
will
she
never
is.
leave.
We'll never leave.
Alright, so Pavel is gone, but he'll be back in Layton 2. Alright, he's French. According to his name, he must be French, so I guess I'll voice him myself. You're the park caretaker, are you not? Would you mind opening up the gate to go to the park for us? You want to go to the park? Well, you lads are certainly curious. Well, I'd like to open that up for you, but I've got to finish this repair job before I do anything. Emotion. Is there anything we can do to help?
This is David Cage after his career.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. This is David. This is David Sylvan Cage. This is David.
After his career collapsed.
Yeah. Funny you should mention that. If I could work out the, do any good things like this?
What emotion?
Okay, so my question is, how the heck did he grow?
Yeah, he's trying to.
And how the heck did David Cage grow a head full of hair?
David Cage is really down in the dumps, isn't he?
How did he get his hair back, though, I wonder?
It's a wig.
A French hair tonic.
Huh.
Alright. So
And how did his face get so big?
To see you can help him with it. Circles and squares. It's because he went to a plastic surgeon and he was told, "Give me a face that accurately displays what kind of person I am." And this is very much what he is, a laughable cartoon person.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but you're right.
Yep. I'd like to say. Actually, no, I don't regret what I said at all. Meanwhile, yeah, this diagram to see if you can help him with it. Several circles and squares are pictured in the diagram below. How many times larger is the area of the blue square when compared to that of the red square? This is one where you have to visually rotate the square. Again, one of the great things about this game is that at any time during any puzzle, you can use the stylus to draw something on the touch screen. So you can always draw the square. If you're having trouble visualizing the square inclined in a 40 to 45 degree angle, you can always draw it yourself. So you can have a better... No, you don't need to. You can just draw on the touch screen.
What if the touch screen's broken?
Well,
get a new DS, and why? How did you manage to get this far in the game in the first place?
Well, then you can't really play this game, can you?
Yeah.
Alright, so the answer is 4.
4!
4, ma'am.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Indeed it does, Professor. That's right, if you rotate the middle square 45 degrees as shown in the picture above, the answer becomes apparent. The middle square has half the area of the large blue square, and the little red square has half the area of the middle square. Therefore, the little red square is 1/4 the size of the blue square.
Try saying square that many times, it's fun.
Square, 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 Enix.
Square, 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 IDOS.
Square, 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 soft.
Actually, I think square.
root.
Do you think square IDOS is a better name?
Huh?
Honestly, honestly, no, because Enix, unlike Square, the Enix part of Square Enix is actually still doing awesome. So no, let's keep
Well,
Enix.
I only think they're only
Eidos
doing Dragon
Enix.
Quest.
Here's my name, Eidos Enix.
Square Enix IDOS.
I do kind of miss Squaresoft because that was sort of one of Square Enix's better times.
No, back when Squaresoft was actually called Squaresoft, that was their golden age. But ever since, ever since that stupid Spirits Within failure, they had to merge with Enix. They had to merge with Enix so they could survive.
Because of that one failure.
There we are. The park is yours to. Because they put so much money into that movie, like literally. It's kind of they literally risked the company to create the most visually.
Isn't it ironic that the guy who directed it saved the company 20 years before and he nearly killed it?
Yeah, it's really ironic, actually.
Yeah. The maker of Final Fantasy brought us one of the movies that, well, is sort of responsible for Square's state these days. I'm not saying that they're downright awful, but they could be doing so much better.
Well, man, they could be doing worse. They could be making stuff like,
Time in Eternity.
yeah.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna miss Time in Eternity.
This place is rather kind of sad, isn't it? It's all rusty and abandoned.
Hey, Luke, go play on that slide over there. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
But
Just as Sylvan
Professor,
said.
it looks like it's booby-trapped with spikes.
It's like Mr. Cage said. It seems that no one's here been for a long time. Now on to business. Let's give the grounds around the Ferris wheel a thorough once over.
And no, Luke, don't play on them.
You don't need to tell me twice.
All right, first.
Well, you're
there's
stupid.
All right, first there's a poster here, so let's check it out.
You do know you're talking to a cactus right there.
Oh my.
Okay, I'm stupid.
Indeed you are, Professor.
Oh, thank you, Luke. You're ruining my image.
You're welcome.
This game isn't called Luke Triton and the Curious Village, you know?
How do you know it truly isn't?
Because I've got the script.
Okay.
Which script do you have? The North American one or the British one?
Oh no, wait, it's upside down, sorry.
So basically, not only did we ruin Layton's character, we're now ruining Luke's character too.
Dang it. What is wrong with us?
We're
Hey,
single-handedly
Luke,
bringing
guess
down
what?
this
I
franchise.
found the script for
even
the
though it's
7th
not
game in
taken-
the series.
Really,
It's
Professor?
called... Yes, it's the 7th game. They're making a 7th one. It's called... What?
What?
It's called...
It's called what?
It's
That's a
called...
weird name.
It's called Luke Triton and the Death Star.
Professor,
That I'd like
when
to
did
think.
we ever start working with George Lucas?
I'm sorry, Luke, but he's retired.
Oh, thank
All
God.
right, back to the back to the
let's
game.
get
Yeah.
Back to the
Sorry.
game.
Had our fun.
We pretty much skipped over that.
And we've
basically,
ruined 2 characters in the process.
that was the poster. That was a poster of Flora, aka the Baron's daughter, when she was young. Apparently, she used to play in this park
daughter
back
in the
when I was
picture
active.
whose no one has been able to find. Because the town was supposed to take so good care of her.
Oh look, Jova, it's a big top.
What? Where?
Luke just said. There's a
Cool,
yes,
a
it's a big
reference.
top. It's a big top circus.
Cool, it's a reference, I guess.
Except this circus doesn't make me cringe.
Hey, I was wondering, maybe I could play Professor Layton too, and you could handle Justice for All.
Okay, alright, back to the game. Somewhere in this park hides a clue to find the golden apple. I'm sure of it.
Investigate the park.
Yes, I read the script.
Oh,
Well, it's the only lead they have, really, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you found the hint coin, but we've already got like 1,000 of them.
No, it's because I was kind of convinced there was a hidden puzzle somewhere in this area, but apparently I was wrong. So I was kind of looking for it, but okay, apparently maybe I got it wrong. Alright, so I'm not going to the Ferris wheel just yet. First I want to go here because there's something here we can find on the ground. Jova?
Oh.
You're up.
Sorry, I was just uploading something.
Cut.
My bad, I was uploading something, so I wasn't looking at the video there.
Fine,
Okay,
fine.
no problem, Professor.
Is Layton illiterate or something?
All right, let's see.
Well, what good would Luke be as an assistant if he wouldn't do as he's told?
Uh-huh.
The older she gets... Oh yeah, go ahead.
The older she gets, the more she seems lonely, which is probably why the boss asked me to build an amusement park for her. But God knows that was a waste of time and money because she doesn't even play in the damn thing. Yep, it certainly looks like I've got my work cut out for me.
The young miss mentioned here must be Flora. The whole park was built just for her. But I don't understand the other line. What's all this business about a secret in the village?
Because it's curious, isn't it, Luke?
Yeah.
I just wasn't ready to handle the boss's death. Poor young miss. She's all alone in the world now. But no matter what happens, I have to keep going and take care of her in the boss's place.
The pageant's there.
Turn it around, Luke. There might be something else.
Baron Reinhold sounds like he truly loved his daughter more than anything.
I'll say, I wish my dad had an amusement park built for me.
Well, your father is not rich, filthy rich, is he?
Good point. Oh, hey, David.
Still, it would be nice.
Oh, you lads again, eh? How do you like me, park? Lovely, isn't it?
French speaking? Huh. Ah, wow.
Don't you... Oh, sir, I am David Sylvan Cage at your service. Why not celebrate this weather with a French puzzle? Let me tell you one of my favorites.
David, what happened to your career, man?
What happened to your face?
They both went where they were destined to go.
A 2.5 deep water tank has water poured into it for 8 hours, starting at 9 a.m. The water level rises by 60 centimeters in this time. However, it seems that water is leaking out again at night, because the next morning the water level is dropped by 20 centimeters. If the water level continues to rise 40 centimeters a day in this way, on what day will the tank first overflow?
I think my lucky stars that none of these puzzles were really timed. Because, well,
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, while I could
what do you
get through these puzzles fine, I took quite a bit of time on them, especially my first time. So I think my lucky stars that, the scores weren't ever reduced or anything based on...
That would be kind of stupid. The whole point of a puzzle is that you have to stop and think about it.
Gee,
and you
I wish my college and actual high schools would actually take that into consideration.
True, but unlike college professors, level 5 is cool. So
Yeah. And seriously.
I'm not. Okay. For the sake of no, I'm not saying college professors are not cool. I'm just
Yeah, we're not saying that. I'm just saying, it's sort of a common problem with some tests in schools is that they never seem to take in consideration that some students need more time than others to solve certain things.
This is why I don't like the way the education system works.
Yeah, the education system is very, very, very flawed.
Oh, trust me, I know that a lot because it's not any different here.
Yeah.
Heck, the education system in my country is in turmoil right now.
Oh, really?
Well, in that case, ours would be as well, because don't us and... By us, I mean England and Wales share a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, most of the turmoil comes from the fact that Wales are trying to create their own education system instead of sharing everyone else's.
How do you even do that?
They're making Well, they want to create grades that only apply in Wales. So GCSEs won't apply. Dwibs will know what those are. They won't apply in Wales.
What?
They'll apply in England and everywhere
Well,
else. Wales will have something totally different.
Well, international transfer students will be screwed.
Yes, they will.
Haha, you're quite the solver, aren't you? Ah yes, getting back to me park. It hasn't been properly maintained, and parts are just rotting away.
If what if I had my money?
If something looks old and broken, do the smart thing, lads, and stay away.
Professor, why do you always get the cool stuff?
Because I am the adult, my boy.
Why did I get
I've
the
also
feeling we've had
been
this
puzzling.
conversation a billion Look, times? Professor,
There's a hidden puzzle here. Hey, it reminds me of a puzzle.
The largest total. Alright, 9 squares are carved into a piece of wood. Arrange 9 unique numbers between 1 and 51 so that every vertical, horizontal, and diagonal line of numbers crossing through the middle square has the exact same sum. So basically it's the magic square. Have you guys ever heard of a magic square?
Yeah,
No.
I have
I
not.
believe
A
I
magic
have.
square. A magic square is a group of 9 numbers that are displayed like this one. These ones in form of square, and the sum of any three numbers, like in any diagonal, horizontal, or vertical line, always equals the exact same amount.
Think of it a bit like
It's called a-
Sudoku. It's a bit like that. Except,
Yeah.
Oh, I could never do those. I could never.
yeah.
Yeah, there are 51 ones you can choose from. My dad actually is a huge Sudoku guy. He's always solving Sudoku during his free time, and he also loves these games. Actually, I actually introduced these games to him, and he actually fell in love with these games surprisingly. Even
I
though
bet
my
he
dad-
really loves Dr. Kawashima's brain training.
No, my dad in general loves these kind of brain-teasing puzzles, so this game was right up his alley. So I'm not.
Has he got Dr. Kawashima's brain training by any chance?
I don't think even I am aware of that.
How does this sound?
Sorry. Maybe I'll
Isn't
check
that one
that.
more marketed towards very
I'll-
young
His
people,
apprentice
though?
saves the day. Indeed I do.
Well, I'll look into it later because you know.
No, I believe it's more marketed towards younger people.
So there you go. Using the correct numbers, we can make sure that every single line equals 144. And the key to doing this is to have the largest number in the middle.
Pretty much often.
Yeah.
Because then you never have to lower too much on the other sides.
Phew, I got it, but just barely. Even though I got it in just the first try. Seriously, writer.
The David Cage wrote it, he's right there.
Look, Professor, there's a stranger in the shed here.
Interesting. It seems this shed pumps water to the sewer pipes. I feel this warrants a closer look.
We're going to inspect a sewer pipe.
Well, Luke, it's not like we have any other leads. It doesn't appear that the door will open. Let's move on and explore the rest of the park, Luke.
Professor, can't you just get like a crowbar or one of them crusher things or something and force the lock open?
My boy, I don't see any crowbars around here, do you?
You can use your hat.
No, Luke, I will not remove my head any under circumstance for a reason that will never be explained until the third game.
Yeah.
Odd job hat, sir. Throw it. You might be able to break the lock.
Actually, it will
No.
sort of be explained why he can never remove the hat.
Trust me, it's kind of a touchy subject. The hat is kind of a touchy subject for us Layton fans.
Yeah.
Is he bald?
No, he's not bald, but
Okay.
there's a.
It's actually a
very-
story-related reason.
Is he a robot?
Yeah. No. Well,
No.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting because in the crossover, when you see the concept art that you can unlock after completing the game, there's a Layton robot. Oh wait, cutscene. So they didn't find anything, so they're going away.
Oh, full screen this time.
Yeah, because this one was out of sync in the emulator, so I had to edit this one.
Get away, Luke! Run!
Run away from
Don't
the
worry,
evil
we'll-
accordion music!
Don't worry, this was the work of the villain, we'll see.
Ah, so that's where Tio gets that
Yep.
line from.
It's chasing you.
That's preposterous. For a moment, the first time I played this game, for a moment there I thought they were gonna pull a Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
That would have been awesome.
This looks like the Pokemon anime a little bit.
Oh look, the door's open now.
It's raining, Professor.
And a rainbow too.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
not like I could just get a gun out and shoot him.
Phew! Phew!
Rush.
Phew!
Right. Okay.
Why would the fairies reel?
It hates us, Professor! Professor! Look what happened to the shed! The door's open now!
By the way, the way Luke saved, not saved, but the way Luke protected Luke, the way Layton protected Luke, that's a common thing he always does. Every time he's with someone else, like particularly a lady or a child, if there's a problem, he always protects that person with his body.
But not if you're a man,
Like a true
apparently.
gentleman.
Just kidding.
Like a true gentleman.
Indeed.
I think I found something here, Professor.
Now, what's the entrance to the sewers do me here? This could very well be an underground passage to the tower. We've got to take a look.
I'm right behind
Huh.
you, Professor. But Professor, we can't.
Why not? Why the hell not?
Because the part's over. The part's over.